friends, it is finally time. I'm actually doing it. I've promised it for months and it's actually here, my blind girl makeup tutorial. And for those of you who have no idea who I am and just clicked on this video for who knows what reason, yeah, I'm blind, so that's a thing. And here is my makeup. I should also mention that I have multiple different makeup routines. I am a motivational speaker, so when I'm going to events or doing speeches, I do more of a stage makeup look. But what I'm doing for you guys today is more of the makeup that I would do every single day, day-to-day basis, just running to the mall with friends, that kind of thing. And I'm the kind of person who prefers more natural makeup, companies that are not so cruel to animals, companies that put some good products in and leave out all the bad things like parabens and mineral oils. So you'll see here the companies that I have are a lot of companies like Tarte, Bare Minerals, Bite Beauty, so it's all the more natural cosmetics, and that's just what I prefer. I'd also like to mention that one of the benefits of being a blind girl is that I can walk out of the house feeling equally as confident with no makeup on as I get to walk out of the house with my makeup on. So that's kind of a plus for me. But nonetheless, I do enjoy being made up and putting my makeup on and being girly, so I'm just gonna do that for you today. I've already washed my face and my hands, so we're all good on that level. And I'm just gonna start here with my Tarte primer. Oh, that's a lot. And yeah, I make my setup like this every day. I'm pretty fancy. So you guys are seeing a totally bare-faced Molly. I have nothing on my face. I've definitely gone to the mall like this, but I have definitely not filmed a video or posted photos like this. So you guys are seeing something a bit interesting. This foundation you have to shake up a bunch. It's a Bare Minerals one. I'm gonna link all of the different products that I'm using down below. I don't necessarily know all the names and colors of them because I don't have all of my products brailled. I do have some of them brailled, like these eyeshadows here. So for example, I'll just go to showing you this now. This one is ST on the back in braille, which means satin taupe. And then I have this MAC eyeshadow, which has an S on the back, which to me means sable. So I do have things like that brailled, where I have tons of these little MAC eyeshadows and I can't tell the difference other than to braille them. But for products like this is the only product I have that feels this way, so I don't bother putting a braille label on it since I can just touch it and know exactly what it is. It's my foundation. But I don't know the name of these products, so I'll definitely go through and link all of those in the down bar if you're interested in looking at any of these products. I'm just gonna shake this up. You have to shake it really good because it is a more natural product. It does tend to separate and doesn't have those things that keep it all nice and together. I'll just use my hands to rub this in. And then I'll go in with a brush after and blend it out. For me to be able to use my hands for my makeup, it ensures for me that I've covered every inch of my face and that I can blend it easier, I find, and then I'll just go in with a brush afterwards. So I'll grab my stippling brush. This is the brush I like to use the most for my foundation. Make sure I get it down, blending it out onto the chin, the neck, making sure there's no harsh lines. And obviously I can't see what I'm doing. I don't look in the mirror when I do my makeup, so I prefer to overkill with blending and smoothing things out and do it maybe a bit more than other people would, but that's my way of ensuring that it's gonna be just right. I'd rather make sure it's extra blended than not enough blended. Then I'm gonna go in with my Zuzu Concealer. I love Zuzu products. It's again a more natural company. I buy my Zuzu products at Whole Foods. The concealer is not my favorite, but I'll definitely obviously use it till the end. I love their face powder and I love their face wipes. So I always make sure to feel my face and make sure if there's any spots or acne breakouts that I get concealer on them, and I always do my under eyes. I don't know if I have under eye circles, so again, I'd just rather put it on there and make sure it's covered if there is something there. And then my next step is to go in with my powder. This is just a Tarte translucent powder. And it's brand new, so it's nice and clean looking. I've only used it a couple times. Go in with this and just dust it over. And I always make sure when I'm buying things like foundation and concealer that I'm going into Sephora and I'm getting properly color matched. I want to make sure everything is right for my skin tone. Same with lipsticks and eyeshadows. I always make sure to go into the store and to ask the ladies who work there to put it on my face, to try it on me so I can see how it looks and I get professional opinions on what looks good, because again, obviously I can't do that for myself. So now, since I am pale as a ghost, I'm going to go in with some bronzer. This is just the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. And I'm just going to dust it all over my face. It's a nice one because it's matte, so it just kind of, it doesn't add any shimmer or anything. It just gives a bit more of a color to my face. And I would like to mention that I went and cleaned all of my brushes just for you guys. That is like the bane of my existence. I hate cleaning makeup brushes. And I know most people use things like bronzers for contouring, but that's kind of one of those things. I don't even try fancy things like contouring or cat eyes or any of those kind of makeup things because it just gets a little too risky and I don't want to end up looking like a clown. So I'm going to go in with the same palette and grab this blush. And just make sure I feel that it's definitely in the blush part. I count, and then I just tap it off to make sure there's not too much. Next step is going to be doing highlight right down the nose. And this is a matte blush, so I definitely want to put a little bit on my cheekbones. One of my blind girl tips is definitely, I know filling in eyebrows is a huge trend in beauty right now and having those perfect bold eyebrows. And for me, again, filling in eyebrows is just one of those things that's a little too precise and you need to be too accurate with it. So instead of filling my eyebrows in every day, whenever I go to get them waxed at the salon, I just get them tinted darker as well so that they match my hair a little bit better and they look a little bit thicker and bolder. I'm just going to put some of my Tarte eye primer. All right, and then I'm going to grab this. Ooh, there we go. On my first eye brush here, I'm gonna start with the top color here. And for this, when I bought it, I asked multiple people to explain all the colors in the palette, what they'd be good for, lid, crease, blending out, liner, highlight. So I know all the different colors and I've kind of not necessarily memorized exactly what colors they are, but what placement they would be best for. So that's kind of how I work things out with a palette. And then I always make sure to count how many strokes I'm doing. And I'll make sure to post in the description box. I did a Blind Girl Beauty 101 blog post a few months back, so I'll definitely make sure to post that as well, which will have probably some of my other tips that I might not be mentioning today. All right, now I'm going to grab some crease color. I use this angled brush, so I have to make sure the angle's in the right spot. I count over. I know these colors can be pretty pigmented, so I don't want to use too much. And then I'll just go in with a fluffy brush and make sure to blend all of that out. I never do outer corner colors. Again, it's just one of those things that's a little bit too tricky for me. I wish I could figure out a more accessible way to do that, but at this point, this is all I've been able to figure out. I love makeup. It's something I think is a lot of fun. I definitely don't think I'm the best at it, but I have fun trying. And then this is just a nude waterline liner. So I like to make my eyes look a little bit bigger. Always freaks people out because I can like touch my eyeballs and stuff, and people freak out because I go too close to my eyes. All right, now I'm just gonna go in with liner and just trace the shape of my eye. Liner and mascara are definitely the two trickiest things, so I just do them, and then afterwards I have my Q-tips here, and I'll have someone like my mom, my friend, my boyfriend, whoever I'm with, check it, make sure the liner is even, and maybe fill it in or take a little bit off if it's not, and then the mascara blobs, that kind of thing. In terms of my mascara, I always make sure to use the sample sizes. So when Sephora comes out with their mascara sampler sets, I always buy one. And that gives me, usually they have about 12 mascaras in it, so that gives me plenty of mascaras to work with. And whenever they have the 100 point perks that are a mascara, a mini mascara sample, I always pick that. So that's kind of how I get my sample sizes of the mascaras, and I find it easier to work with because the wand is shorter, so I can have my hand closer to my eye to control it easier. And then I just curl my lashes by feel. So I close my eyes and just feel that my lashes are in there, and then I'll open. I'll keep my finger on the tip of the lashes as I move out. That way I know when it's finished. And I'll do the other one. All right, almost done. Just the mascara and the lips. So I always make sure to wipe off the end, just to make sure there's nothing goopy on it. And then I just go. do 2 coats typically. I feel like there's something here, so I'm just gonna wipe it. Okay, we're good. Just wiggling it through the lashes to make sure I get every fiber, every lash covered. The inner corners is always the trickiest part. And then the bottom. My mom was awesome when I was in grade 7 and I decided I wanted to start wearing makeup like my classmates. She took me to MAC and she had them do a full makeover on me, and then she bought all the products for me for Christmas. And it was, I almost forgot I had to do the other eye. It was kind of the best way to get started with makeup because I then knew all the colors that worked for me, and they taught me which brushes to use where on my face. And that was kind of how I first started learning, and then I just had to teach myself my own unique methods by counting and figuring out that short mascara wands work better and different things like that. So it's definitely been a process over many years of figuring this out. But that was probably the best way I could have started, was going and having somebody professional teach me exactly what goes where on the face and which brushes to use. So I think for any young blind people, that's something they should definitely try to do. All right, and now I just have lips to do. I have really high Cupid's bow, so I often miss the points on my lips. So I put my finger at the top so I can feel and make sure I get them. And then I'll just rub them together and use my finger to trace. And do that, so there's nothing on my teeth. And now I'm just gonna go have somebody check my makeup, fix it up, and then I'll come back. All right, I'm back, and with the magic of editing, it's like I never even left. I've had my makeup touched up, the little blobs, and straightened up some of the mascara, or the liner. I've powdered myself down because some of the lights in this room were making me look a little bit shiny. And I don't know, you can comment down below or tweet me and let me know how you think it looks, but I think it looks pretty decent in my head. And obviously I can't look in the mirror at the end of the day, look at my makeup and see how I've done. So for me, it's all about feeling, it's all about having done this for years. Practice makes perfect. I'm not gonna say I got it done like this when I was 13 and 14 and trying to figure it out. It's taken years for me to get to this point and be able to do a routine like this, but I'm pretty confident now in the routine I have, and I think I'm ready to start trying to branch out into trying things like the outer V colors and the cat eyes, but I mean, you guys won't be seeing that until I feel pretty confident with it. So that's where I'm gonna leave you guys today. If there's any other makeup looks you guys wanna see in the future, or if there is, you know, my stage makeup routine or what I would wear to a speech, that kind of thing, definitely comment down below and let me know. I hope you guys like this look and have an amazing day. I love you guys. Bye.